The forest loomed like a living shadow, its dense canopy swallowing the moonlight. Sam led the group down a narrow path, flashlight in hand, his excitement unshaken despite the warnings. Lucy stayed close to the back, her unease growing with every step. "This place doesn't feel right," she murmured, clutching her jacket. Jason chuckled nervously. "It's just a bunch of trees, Lucy. Don't let those ghost stories get to you." But it wasn't just stories. The old man's warning rang in Lucy's ears: Echo Hollow isn't a place for the living. If you hear the whispers, run. And now, deep in the woods, the silence was unbearable. Even the rustling leaves seemed muted, as if the forest itself was holding its breath. Then they heard it, a faint, chilling whisper carried on the still air. The group froze. "Did you hear that?" Anna whispered, her voice trembling. Sam dismissed it. "Probably the wind," he said, though his grip on the flashlight tightened. The whispers grew louder, incomprehensible but unmistakable. Jason stopped abruptly, his light fixed on the ground. "What is that?" he asked. Bare footprints, huge and clawed, were pressed into the dirt, leading into the darkness. "We should turn back," Lucy said, panic creeping into her voice. Sam shook his head. "Not yet." As they pressed on, the whispers turned into a cacophony, surrounding them. Suddenly, Jason let out a guttural scream. They spun around, but he was gone, his flashlight lying abandoned, its beam flickering wildly. "Jason!" Anna screamed, her voice breaking. Sam ran forward, but there was no trace of him, only the whispers, louder now, almost mocking. "We need to leave," Lucy cried, grabbing Sam's arm. But he was already moving deeper into the woods. They stumbled into a clearing, and there it stood, Echo Hollow. The ancient tree rose like a monstrous sentinel, its blackened bark twisted, its hollow center wide and waiting. Sam stepped closer, mesmerized, ignoring Lucy's frantic pleas to stop. As he reached the tree, a skeletal hand shot from the hollow, grabbing his wrist. Sam screamed, struggling, but it yanked him inside. The whispers fell silent. Lucy and Anna bolted, but the forest seemed alive, shifting around them. Anna tripped, her flashlight skidding away. "Help!" she cried, but roots snaked toward her, dragging her into the earth. Her screams were swallowed by the darkness. Lucy ran blindly, tears streaming, until she stumbled back to the campsite. The fire was cold, the tents empty. "It's just a dream," she whispered, hugging herself. "I'll wake up." But then a voice came from behind her, low, guttural, and filled with malice. "You're already awake." She turned, her scream piercing the night, before the forest consumed her too. The woods fell silent, waiting for their next prey.